Hi, welcome back to Kanika's Corner. As you can see, we are back from our leave of absence. It's been 3 weeks since the cesarean section and the birth of baby number 2. And I'm here with an update on what is happening, all the chaos that we're living in, and all the fun that we're also having. So with the baby coming out, it meant instant relief from all those third trimester woes, but it also meant a lot of sort of a different kind of chaos happening in my life, with everything merging at the same time and everything happening right at the same moment. The biggest question of these initial weeks, post-delivery, is what do you do? How do you work with the baby? How do you burp him? How do you hold him? Let's start with that. They're so tiny and wriggly initially, it's scary. But I've got to say, with baby number 2, I felt a little more confident about, how to hold him, which angle is okay. When he cries, is it, oh my God, what happened? At least none of that panic is there this time. But it's been a little more complicated this time because I've also had 2-year-old Ducky who's constantly there wanting to know, what's going on? Or just at the point when I need to do something for baby number 2, she'll come in and want my sole attention. So it's actually been quite interesting that my focus on my recovery is hardly there because there are these 2 little beings who need constant attention from me, and I'm very grateful for the fact that I have an extended family who's come in, and whenever I've needed that break, or they push me to have a break, they come and take care of these 2 babies and just say go lie down for half an hour. And folks, that half an hour of rest is really important in this first 6 weeks. We call it Banantanam. And the reason it's so important is that our body needs to recover from a pregnancy, right? It has taken 9 months for us to go through this incredible change, build this beautiful little baby inside our body, support it, nourish it, do all of that. And all it is asking for is 6 weeks to recover for the ligaments, the muscles, all of that to start settling down, for even the uterus to start shrinking down in size. That's all that is needed over this short period of time. And one of the things that I've learned is that if we take a break at this point, if we take care of ourselves at this point, it will prevent us from having long-term issues, long-term backache, long-term tiredness. All of that is preventable if we can do this now. I know it's not easy, right? 6 weeks of staying at home, 6 weeks of not your usual activities, all of that, but well worth it. And I have a role model in my mother. She, when I was born, she stayed in that one room for 6 weeks. And now at the age of 65, she doesn't have any backache or any physical issues. So, it's a good motivator and reminder that let's take this period off and do what we need for our healing. Part of the Banantanam process is food restrictions, or specific foods that you need to eat, and that is to help us provide enough milk for the baby, and also to nourish our body so that our resources are not depleted. Otherwise, iron, calcium, everything just whoosh, it goes away from our body, because the baby will take whatever he or she needs. Also, to prevent constipation and gassiness in us, so that we do not then feel uncomfortable and have lots of issues with that. So that's the list that I'm putting up here. I am thoroughly enjoying the newborn phase for 2 things. One is the baby's ability to sleep through any noise, and also their developing eyesight. Bulbul can't see much, and thanks to that I'm able to move around comfortably, completing all my jobs. I know it's going to last only a few more weeks, so making the best of it. Having an older baby to take care of makes the recovery this time around quite different. There is constant activity between the 2 kiddos. Sleeplessness, of course, is my companion, as either Ducky or Bulbul are awake, and making sure that I'm alert, sharp, and constantly on my toes. While there's not been a lot of time for myself, I am sort of keeping it at the top of my mind that I need to be sure that I'm happy, be sure that I'm aware of my feelings, that I'm not heading into feeling blue or sad or, heading into postpartum depression, because those are all real possibilities for us as new mothers, whether it is our first baby, the second, third, fourth, it doesn't matter. We always are at a risk of postpartum depression, and I'm going to talk more about, what I do to keep all of these blues away in a few weeks' time. Until then, I continue my juggling act of healing myself, of being a mother to a toddler and a 3-week-old, and being also part of a large family. Very happy that I'm not adding role of a worker at this point, that I'm not taking leave from a job and I'm just taking care of these aspects is more than enough for me right now. So if you have any tips on how I can deal with a toddler and an infant, please do put it up in the comment section, and I look forward to learning more from all of you. Until then, thank you, take care, please do subscribe, and I will see you next week.